Let's start our application by tapping on the Smart Cart X icon. We start at the login page. With my login filled in, I press the login button and the application communicates with the JDE AIS server and checks my credentials against JDE security. If everything is correct, I'm logged into the application. The first thing we see is the requests page. This page will show all of my requests that are in the system grouped by status. Here we see the requests that are ready for pickup. In process shows the orders that I have submitted, which the warehouse is currently working on. Submitted are orders that I have submitted and are in the warehouse queue but haven't been started. Draft shows the orders I am currently working on but have not yet submitted for processing. I can view all of my orders on the All tab. On any of these pages, I can enter a text filter to quickly find a specific request. At the top of the page is the New button. Let's use that to start a new request. This is the New Request page. At the top, we see the header information for this request. There's a select list for selecting the job, a text field for entering the description, and a date field for selecting the fulfilled by date. It currently defaults to 3 days ahead of the current date. Let's go ahead and move that up by a day. The lower portion of the page shows the tools that are in my cart. I don't have any tools at the moment, so I'll hit Add to start adding some. This page shows my cart at the top of the page and the catalog at the bottom. I can add tools by tapping the plus next to it. I can continue to increase the quantity with additional taps. I can directly update the quantity if needed. If I want to see more details about an item, I just select it and the details page is shown. If I've added an item to the cart that I realize that I don't need in there, I can tap and hold and then remove. I can also filter my catalog by typing in a filter. When I've completed adding tools, I tap Done. If I wanted to continue working on this request at a later time, I could tap Save, but I think that the tools look like everything I need for this particular job, so instead I will tap Submit. The request has been submitted to the warehouse for processing. I can view the submitted request by tapping on the Submit button. Here I can see the request that I just submitted. I can see the details of everything that I put in the cart, and I can also get more information about the job. Let's say if I need to plan a trip there tomorrow, I can go ahead and get the directions here. Now that my requests are in JDE, the warehouse manager can see them and start processing the requests. Now let's switch over to JDE so we can see the fulfillment part of the process. In JDE, we want to work with the work orders. We start by entering the item or the work order number for the item that we just created. First thing we have to do is set the status. We want to change it from submitted to in process. This will claim it so that no other warehouse personnel can work on it. If we were to look at our requests in our application, we can see that that has now been set as in process. Now that we're back in JDE, the warehouse manager is going to add the parts to the work order. By selecting an item and selecting the row exit for multi-location, parts can be assigned based on their branch plan. Once all of the quantities have been assigned, the warehouse manager goes into the status and changes it to ready. This will then send a notification that your order is ready. So now if I refresh my screen, I can see that my order was fulfilled. So when we refresh the screen, we see that our order has moved to the ready state. And we can see that it has been fulfilled with all the quantities that were requested. So in just a matter of minutes, we were able to create a new request, assign a number of tools to that request, submit the order, and then have that order fulfilled in JD Edwards, and then notify us on our mobile device that our order is available for pickup. Plus, we have access to all the other information that we might need about the job, the location, and the rest of the process. So this brings us to the end of our demo.